gray sweatpants. Don't act like that, it make no sense. You don't hear me talking to you, you can't have no friends. I'm on your body like niggas on bitches in the summer. You lit and match your match, cause I'm the one. Now what's your number? You won't find nobody better than I. Who better than Kai? Rhetorical, don't need no reply. Now
Hey everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Y'all give me 1 second and I'm going to introduce our guest, but thank you everybody for coming. This is my second interview over here on Paradise Island, and this one has been a long time in coming. Can you hear me, Dee?
Yes,
Okay,
I
hold on.
can. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yes, okay, good. I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure. So, this interview has been a long time in coming. I was very intrigued by Dee's story, and we're going to get into it for a second. So just welcome everybody to the chat. Hello at the top of the chat. Hey, Mary Charles. Good morning, Shalana. Hey, Tom Play. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Christina walks in and slams the door. Let's go, Christina. Good morning, everybody. So listen.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So good morning to my guest, D, wait, Goddess of Love D, right? That's the name. That's how. Yes, I got
That's
it.
okay.
Goddess,
So that's how it started, and then
right,
my sister, Blended Healing, said, "No, you need to change that
right.
because you are a goddess D of love." So
Correct.
that's
I
what
think
the
I was
change.
there when that
I
happened.
yeah, you were, and I can't change everything, but I did change that part of it, and I
Yes.
resonate with it. I resonate with it.
Absolutely, and I agree with it. So, Goddess D of Love. So she is here, and D knows I've said it in the chat a few times that I wanted to have her here to interview her because D has a great story. And not only is Dee a new content creator, and we're so grateful that she's here, and we're going to get into that a little bit, but the majority of what our conversation is going to talk about is Dee's diagnosis with rheumatic rheumatoid arthritis, and her lifestyle change to be able to have a healthier, better quality of life. So we're going to go ahead and just, first of all, thank you, Dee, for being here. And if you're here in the chat, please make sure you're liking and sharing this out so that people can come in and be more aware of some of these. If you're dealing with rheumatoid arthritis or any chronic diseases, and maybe this can help them in other ways. So we're grateful to have you here. So Dee, let's start off with talking about how you got to YouTube.
How I got to YouTube is basically through my son, King of Higher Self Aladdin. It was during 2020. I was bored. I was tired, sick of like watching the same shows, and he was like, "You should come over and just come to YouTube and see what's going on." I had a question. There was a question regarding the Earth, if it was round or flat. This is really what brought me. Shout out to Brother Sanchez because that's the first
Yes.
person that I went and you know watched on YouTube and listened to, and so I really got involved through my son, and then listening to Brother Sanchez, and then branched out from there.
And I love that. So I always thank Aladdin for bringing his mother here because I'm so grateful. Dee is one of my favorite people on this app because we just vibe so much together. She's a fellow Saggy, and I'm not going to throw that in your face today because that's not what this is about.
But
Okay?
we
But
gonna say it anyway, yeah, because that's what Sagittarius is do.
that's it, baby. And so I send her little things sometime when I find it because we vibe so well. And so I've been grateful because If you don't know, Dee is now a content creator. She jumped off of the porch, y'all, and she has a platform over there called the Love Palace. Now, Dee, tell us why you titled your platform the Love Palace.
Well, hence my name, Goddess of Love, right?
Hmm.
And we said we're not going to bring Sagittarius up, but we
Let's
are
do
the
it.
archers. We are
Correct.
the archers of the zodiac sign. We
We
are that.
absolutely are.
We hold that arrow. Sometimes the arrow misfires.
He does it.
But that, and then I wanted to have a place where people, it's I'm about self-love, and I
Hmm.
feel that's what helped me. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call my place the Love Palace. It fits my name, my sign,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm about. I believe that the answer to everything in this world is love. So
Oh my
that's
God, I
that's
believe
why.
that too. Mm. I love that. Okay, that's great. So Dee, we are excited about that. And if one of my mods could, if Dawn play, hey Asia. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, and thanks to NOF and everybody who shared it out. Good morning, everybody still coming in.
Yeah, good
Danilla to
morning, everyone.
KW, Boo Gang Asia. Thank you, everybody. I don't know, Boo, but make sure that you unfollow and follow back. Hey, Jersey Rich, and salute to
Yeah, that's
Jersey.
been happening to a lot of people.
Me
One of
too.
my fellow persons today was live, and I didn't even know till like an hour later. So I
Yeah.
don't know. This YouTube thing.
So if you do have questions throughout the live, or ask that you save it for the last few minutes, and then we'll give the opportunity if she wants to answer a few questions in the chat regarding this. So I just want to we'll come back and we'll talk about your platform and where it's going when we're getting ready to wrap up. Thank you so much, Don. Don, you've
Thank
been
you,
on
Don Play.
lately. Yes.
Thank you.
So let's get into this because I'm really excited to hear about your journey. Dee, can you share with me your journey of being diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and how it impacted your life?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank you for this interview. And this was
Of
at a
course.
perfect timing because
Oh,
this month
it
is
is
rheumatoid arthritis month.
awareness month. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I was like, yes, because I'm gonna be taught. You see, I've been posting stuff every day,
I
and
did.
so this
Mhm.
is so. Thank you for this. So this was like a
You're
perfect. I was like,
welcome.
yes. So at the age of 28, I was
Mhm.
diagnosed with arthritis. What happened was
Wow.
my hand had swelled up real bad, and I type a lot, so they automatically assumed that it was carpal tunnel. So they kept
Mhm.
diagnosing me for that, and it wasn't getting any better. And I was having this pain where I couldn't move my hand. I had to remove my wedding ring at the time because I was married. And eventually, one of my doctors was like, "I'm gonna send you to a rheumatologist to see. You seem like you have these symptoms." Well, first, let me backtrack. First, they said it might be lupus, so then I really got nervous.
Mhm.
I was
Right.
like, "Oh God!" Like, okay, so let me go get this test run, and so I got the test run. Lupus came back negative, but it came back for rheumatoid arthritis, which I had no idea what it was. And what happens is when people think of arthritis, they think of your bones, which it does affect your bones. But rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis are like one of the worst arthritis you can have.
Mhm.
With rheumatoid, it affects your blood. So any it can attack any part of your body at any given time. It can attack your hands, your neck, your anything, eyes, your organs, anything. So I got diagnosed with that, and I was 28 years old when that happened, and it took me like to a very, very dark place at that time. But that's
So
when I
let's
got.
So let's address that. So 28 years old, and I just want to put a spotlight on that because everybody thinks that arthritis is an older person's disease. So I'm glad that Dee is here to share with us that she got her diagnosed at 28. So tell me what you went through, like mentally, like what happened to you at when you got the diagnosis.
Well, unfortunately, fortunately, I was a bartender. Unfortunately, I was a
Hmm.
bartender.
Right, right.
I indulged in alcohol. I was like,
Hmm.
basically because when they diagnosed me, doctors, this is how they say it was basically you have this illness. There's nothing we can do about it. We can ease the pain, we can help you, but there's no cure. Currently,
Right.
according to the medical world, there's no cure for rheumatoid arthritis. So that basically made me be like, well, shoot, let me go live my best life because I don't know what's about to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
unfortunately, I indulged in a lot of alcohol. Like, I mean, I was a functional one and I wasn't a mean one. I was still
Hmm.
loving. I loved everybody. I was that type of,
You
but
were a happy drunk. Right.
exactly. Loving on people I wasn't even supposed to be loving on. But
Like, let's go, D.
but
Hey,
yeah,
Keisha.
hey everybody.
Mhm.
So it took me to a very, very, very dark place, Brenda. Like I said, I
Mhm.
I drunk every day. Like, and not like I said, I call myself a functional alcoholic because I still went to
Mhm.
work. I worked at the job that I have now, and I was a bartender, so I worked two jobs at the time, and was taking kids to football games and all kind raising my two sons. But in between all that time, I'm drinking. Not on my day job, of course, but soon as we got off of work, happy hour, I had a group of friends. We go to happy hour. We stay out all night, drink. I wake up, go to work. Some days, I'm gonna tell you, Brenda, I didn't even go to sleep. Take a shower and go right to
Mhm.
work. Yeah, it was like the and then on the weekend you could just forget it.
It
So
was on and popping.
yeah. And then they had me on 8 different medications.
Wow.
So I didn't see the benefit of it. I was still in pain. I was still hurting. So I was like, why they had me on all these medications? So, you know, I'll stop right there. But yeah.
Okay. So that's good. That's a good place to stop because now I want to ask the question, what led you to explore dietary changes like as a way to manage your arthritis? Like what happened to make you just say have that aha moment?
So I went to the doctor's office and they said, well, since none of these medications are working, what we need you to do now is come in and get these injections every week. It's going to take about an hour. It reminded me of dialysis, the way they were
Mm,
describing it. And it's
right.
going to take about an hour. You have to sit here, and the side effects are blindness, diarrhea, death. That's all I heard, Brenda.
Right, right. That's stuck
So
in your head. Hmm.
yeah, so I looked at my doctor. It was a she at the time. I said, so, and excuse my language. I was like, so
Hmm.
basically, you're telling me I'm going to come in, take these injections, and that I could be on the toilet and die. That's how
Right.
I mean, and she's like, why did you say it like that? I said, because that's what I took from it.
That's what you
And I
heard.
said, you know what? I'm good on all this. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm getting off all these medications and I probably will not come back in here again. And
I love that.
since you already said that, my life at that time, they told me that at the age of 40 that I probably wouldn't be here. So let's keep that in mind too.
Wow.
And so I
Wow.
said, since you guys already put a time on me, I'm gonna just go live my life. And I walked out of that hospital and never returned. At the time, I went home. My son was going through some journeys himself,
Hmm.
and I, at the time, at one point, was very, very religious, but had really stepped away from that because I started seeing things that were not correct or I didn't really believe, and I was like, "What's going on?" And so then all my depression, even though I smiled and act like everything was good, it was really, really dark for me. And I
Right.
was because I had my hope on what that Bible said. Like, you know what? There's going to be a time where we're going to live forever, and all the illnesses are going to be gone. So I was really, really like, I'm going to be good. But once I really started studying, so
Uh-huh.
that's what took me into the depression. Because once I lost that belief, I was like, what am I going to do? And my
Right. What
son
now?
noticed that. He noticed, and he was like, you know what? We're going to find a way to at least find your cure, which we're still working on, which a lot of things that I've changed in my lifestyle has helped me drastically, drastically. And he was the one that took the first step. He was like, I'm going to take this journey, but I don't have an illness. So you got to take the journey with me because it's, I need to see how this is going to work. So basically, that's where I started changing my lifestyle.
That's beautiful. So you and your son, you and Aladdin went on a journey together.
Hmm.
So I just put in the chat, Aladdin, we're so grateful for you. So many reasons, right? We're grateful that he brought you to this platform. I mean, brought you to, this application, and also that he brought you along on this journey with you. So could you explain to us, describe some of the specific like dietary changes you made and the reasonings behind them?
So the first dietary change that I made was, of course, pork, which was
Hmm.
easy because I was like, after a while, I was like, mm-mm. But I
Right.
used to eat. I'm telling you, Brenda, so my husband was from Arkansas. So it was like we ate everything from the pig. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't waste nothing. So that was after I was like, it don't seem right. I got rid of that. Then I started looking at how they treat cattle.
Mhm.
And I was like, I really got sad behind it. I watched a couple of videos and I'm like, they're treating these cows like this? Like, oh my God. So I eliminated uh, pork and beef and became, at that time, a pescatarian, which was just fish, chicken, and seafood. I went on that journey right there. So that was the first step. I still ate meat, but I didn't eat beef and pork. And I just, what they call is a pescatarian.
Right.
So eventually, in 2018, we had something happen in our family with my son, and I was like, I needed something to keep my mind off of what was going on. And I
Hmm.
said, you know what? I'm just going to stop eating meat. And everybody just looked at me like, what? I was like, yeah, I need something to occupy my time because we were going through something that was drastic at the time. And so I stopped eating meat in 2018 altogether, but I still at that point was having dairy because the cheese, girl, that cheese was hard to give up. That
Oh,
cheese.
baby, the cheese. Lord, pray for me, D, because, oh my God, the cheese.
That cheese. Oh, because I love nacho. I love cheese. Period. I think
Me
that was the
too.
hardest thing for me to do that. But in let's see, 20. This is 2021 of March. I got rid of cheese and became
Good,
full.
good,
I don't
good.
even like to say vegan. I like to say plant based because vegan
Love it.
is a lot more in depth than what. And then people make that more like a religion now too. So that's a different subject. But yeah, so I'm a plant
Right.
based. I don't take in animal products. Let's just say that I stay away
Beautiful.
from animal products. And the journey that it took me on, it's 8 years. So I tell people that go on these journeys, take your time and go at your pace and see what works for you, because some people could just start cold turkey, but I had to remember I stopped drinking. Let me double back. I stopped drinking, like I totally stopped. I didn't drink for like 2 years. And I felt like I needed to do that, to heal, because I really found that, to me, the alcoholism progressed my illness. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And not unknowing, not doing it on purpose, but it really, really did. So I just encourage people, when you do go on a health journey, take your time and don't do everything at once. Like, some people be like, I'm gonna stop smoking, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna eat right, and get my mind right, and they try to do all these things at once, and it's hard. But I actually took my time on this journey, and still, continue on this journey. I just finished a 14-day fruit fast last Monday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you know what, Dee? Thanks for saying that because I just want to kind of highlight that it's important. I think as a tip that Dee just gave us that we give ourselves grace as we're trying to change, like make these lifestyle changes, especially as it relates to our health. That we're not trying to do it all like just dump everything, but kind of slow roll it so that it'll really stick, right? So
Hmm.
that you'll really stay with it. So that's good. So thank you. So D is plant based. D, I'm trying to get to where you are, baby. it all the way there, and that's good because I think I need some tips because I feel like you have some flavor in your flavor when you cook. I
Oh
think it
yeah,
sends it
honey.
to
I
my
get
soul.
down with the gets down.
I
Like I went
know it.
through the whole journey. Yes. I was like, if I'm wanting to taste something, I'm still gonna get that taste. So absolutely.
Right. Oh my
Absolutely.
God, this is I'm so excited. This is why I'm so excited because I really this is something like a gift I feel like I want to give to myself because I feel and I don't know if you believe the same thing. And this should pour into this question that I'm going to is how has the dietary changes like affected your daily life and like your overall well being? Can you speak to that? Like how you feel mentally, physically?
So let me go back. Let me say this first. Before
Sure.
I even took the journey to do the health part, I went through the journey of the mental health.
Mm.
Like I did that first because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything if I don't get my mental right. And actually recognizing that I was depressed and didn't really know that
Mm.
I didn't really think I was until I really sat there and was like, wait a minute. You're depressed, girl. That's why you're drinking like this. That's why you're doing these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So let's I do believe and feel in my heart that you need to get your mind right because if your mind's not right, you're not going to be able to do anything. So most importantly, I did that. And in that journey of getting my mind right, that's where I found self love. So that helped me to move on to be like, okay, what can I do to help myself because I love me?
Mm-hmm.
So what I this journey, since I do have rheumatoid arthritis, I was like, I'm not going to be, and I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I didn't want to be a big girl, and my knees is already jacked up, and they'll be jacked up more because I have more weight. I'm just saying that.
Right,
I
let's
mean,
go.
let's
Let's
be
we're gonna be
real. Let's
honest.
be real. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, my knees are messed up because that's where my pain has went to now. That's the major part of where it's at this point. It started in my hands and moved to my knees. But I was like, no, I want to be able to still move around and don't have to worry about I'm having an asthma attack or breathing and so forth. So that's what really made me be like, no, I already have to deal with one illness. I'm not going to let me go ahead and get my health together. And what I can say, the benefits that I've had have been great. Like I said, it used to be in my hands, my shoulders. I couldn't lift. It affected my whole body. Now it's just affected my knees because that's where it centralized to. But I feel good. I mean, I'm in pain. Don't get it twisted
Mm.
up because I don't take medications. I take earthly medication, but
Oh wow. Okay.
and that's
So
what
so
works.
initially you were taking 8 different medications, so you're not taking
Hmm.
any now.
Nope, I don't take
Oh my
anything.
God, that's amazing.
I don't take. And before I went on, became I we my me and my son. I went back to visit him, and we did a 14-day juice fast and cleansed my body. We did a whole,
Mhm.
and that's where I lost. I mean, like most of the weight. People thought that I went to visit my son, and I went and had the surgery. That's how much weight I lost. It was like
So
yeah. Go ahead.
I actually want to ask you that question. I almost forgot to write that down. Do you mind telling us initially how much weight you lost during your first part of the journey?
um. Right now, I would say 85 pounds. I'm
Wow,
trying to lose
D.
another 25.
Let's
I
go.
just did a fast and I lost about another 10, so I got about 15 to go. But I still, I need to tone it up a little. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I seen you. I think you look amazing. Okay.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
another question that I do have for you, because I feel like I don't think that we're aware of this, but would you say that you felt that some of the foods that you ate played into your depression?
Oh, absolutely. Girl, because you go you get depressed, and I'm like, I need steak and lobster. You know what I'm saying? Baked potato. I'm trying to eat,
Hmm.
and not realizing Brenda, I was like, I'm gonna eat steak every day because I'm living my best life. They said I'm not supposed to be here, so shoot,
Right, YOLO, right, B?
yeah, 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 absolutely. I'm a queen. Y'all got me messed up. Give
Let's
me a steak
go.
and lobster too. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. And then Brenda, I know we both are the same. The desserts, which I'm still working on, them sweet
Baby, help, Lord.
honey, cake, cookies. I love cookies, cake, and ice cream. And
I got so much ice cream in the freezer.
I like candy, but I don't. I like candy like the kids like. I like Sour Patch Kids and Now and Laters and Tot Tamales. I like things like that. So, like that definitely plays a part in because with rheumatoid arthritis, your sugar intake is what can flare you up. I learned how certain foods trigger. That's what I learned. Once you fast
Mm,
and you do go back to certain foods, you sort of know what triggers you. So, like, even with this last fast, I learned, like, as far as gluten, I need to leave that alone, period. Period, because it does not work with rheumatoid
okay.
arthritis. So, I definitely see that certain foods and certain things, yes, have helped me, and I have benefit from not eating, especially that beef, y'all. Beef, people focus, we focus on pork so much, but that beef is
It
just not
exasperates
right.
it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not the same anymore. And I always encourage people, live your best life. When I say that, go find the best cow or raise a cow or do that yourself because what they're doing now to food, they're even making fake food. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
I say if you're gonna do that, and I because I have a lot of family members and stuff, I'm like, no, get 100%, get grass fed, make sure you get in the right type of food. But I definitely can see the benefits in my health.
Great. So this will lead into one of the questions that was asked below because there are already two questions in the chat, but one of them
Okay.
is like, would you mind like providing us some like specific foods or nutrients that you believe have had a positive like impact on like maintaining your condition or just making you feel better?
Well, my son, again, shout out to Aladdin,
Let's go.
he makes CMOS. So I encourage
Oh,
everyone to get CMOS. Dr. Sebi talked about it, but he actually
mhm.
makes the actual CMOS. It has, I want to say, I think it's 102 of the vitamins that we're supposed to have in our body. So I'm out right now, but I'm about to go there in on Friday. So I'm like, he's waiting. I'm like, okay, don't send it to me. I'm coming.
Let's
So
go.
definitely CMOS. I encourage everyone. They have capsules, they have the gel. It's something that Dr. Sebi really, really went into. Ginger is good for you as well, and turmeric. Turmeric is good for pain and inflammation.
Mhm.
I do not have any inflammation in my body. I get it once in a while in
Wonderful.
my one knee, but that's because it's osteo. It's a different type. It's crazy how I got.
Right.
Yeah, but ginger and turmeric are good for a lot of things, and
Love
garlic.
that.
Garlic.
I'm over here
And when
writing
I
it
say
down.
garlic, I mean actually taking a piece of the garlic and eating it or putting it in some food or something. Like it really does help with things like that.
That's beautiful. Okay, that's great. So then that leads me to like in addition to that, so two people have actually said in the comments and Evans asked and that girl in New York has kind of followed it back up. Did you do any kind of exercise or training like for your body, or is that something that you're looking to do? Can you tell us that?
So before 2020, yes, I have a very, very good friend. I'm fortunate enough at work to have a gym in our office. And I
Ooh.
have a very shout out to my friend Dorita. I love her. If she's listening, I told her to tune in.
No.
She had me working out. I actually have a video I think I did on Facebook to show me working out. And she really, really was building me up and modifying my exercises and so forth. But since then, I've been working from home, so I haven't really. That's where I'm trying to get back to, getting back into exercising because working from home makes you lazy too, man. It's so
Sure
convenient.
does.
So I'm definitely trying to. I do a little bit of seating yoga, but I need to do it more often. But on my next journey, which, like I said, I'm about to go back home to visit my son and spend time with my family, and I'll be working out there. He's actually working out, and I know I'm going to be like, it's going to motivate me. So I'm going to implement that more. But definitely, you can work out with that, eating this way. You can work out and gain muscle, which you'll be finding out soon from King when he comes back. My son's going to be showing how you can be a vegan and still be strong like a gorilla.
I love that. That's good because that's what we want to hear, right? Or
Hmm.
maintaining like being healthy, but also being strong because that's what we want. So here's a question that I have because as I'm hearing this, like you said, slow roll it, like the chocolate donut in me is rising up, right, D? And so I want to be like, is there like a way, or here's a good question. Do some of those cravings dissipate as you continue along this journey, or is this a way to balance out like your dietary needs with kind of enjoying kind of a little bit of a varied diet, or do you think like it's hard to maintain both, like you either have to do one or the other?
Well, at first it was hard because, yes, the sweets was very hard. But then I started doing my research, and they have vegan donuts, vegan cookies. You can make certain
What
things.
you
I learned how, when going to the store with Aladdin, we went to Sprouts, I believe, and I was like, wait a minute. Here's all the ingredients that I need to make to substitute. Like, there's so many things that you can substitute to still get the same taste, Brenda. Like, I can make a whole vegan
Mhm.
cake if I want to. I can make vegan cookies if I want to. Not only that, you can buy those type of things in the store. You can buy vegan chocolate chip cookies,
Ooh,
non-dairy, my favorite non-dairy ice cream, salted caramel.
that
It's
just made
non
me so happy. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm glad, because I want people to know this, because they always think it's just vegetables and, ugh, what there's
Right.
things out there that you can see the world is changing, and you have to be very careful about that too now, because that's the journey that I'm going through now. My next journey is being careful about certain plant-based things. So I'm really getting more into making my own things now. But you do
Hmm.
have, when you have those cravings, there's vegan donuts. I'm just
Right.
saying. There's
Right.
and sometimes all you have to do is just ask specific places and they have it.
Yep.
You'd be surprised, like, oh, you got a vegan. My cousin is good about that. We'll go somewhere and she be like, oh, I already checked it out. They have vegan stuff, and I still get to enjoy life as well. Still, so
I
it's
love it.
it's amazing because you can still enjoy it, and that's why I'm so happy you did this too, because people just
I
think,
am
they
too.
hear vegan and it's like, ugh.
Yeah. And D, you know what? I want to speak to the tribe when I say when you if you want to like go to your community post and if you find something amazing and you want to share a link or show us things, we would absolutely love that because I know I would. So if you see like a some kind of
Yes, it
CMOS
is,
that you like or products or something that you like or you want to tell us about or an article, I know I would love that you share it because
okay.
any little help that we can because I think that me and a lot of other people are really looking to change our diet, but it takes inspiration from somebody like you who's telling us about the ice cream. And like right now, my coffee is completely vegan, like when I drink it. Because I've had to get away because I've noticed in the mornings, like when I take it, it's like my I don't feel good, like, when I drink, the dairy and stuff. So now I have to get like the non-dairy creamer and things like that. And so when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's right. I forget that there are different options.
So
Um,
speaking of that, so I went to Starbucks this morning. So see, listen, people,
okay,
you can still go to Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. So remember, those type of places cater to you. That's like the
they
Subway of
do.
coffee.
Yep.
So I have a caramel frappuccino right here with oat milk, no,
Oh no, yeah.
yep. I didn't do no whip because whip has pork, so no whip. But you can still have a little bit of caramel, and then I had them add some vanilla to it, and I'm still got the same taste. It's nothing different. I promise you.
I
But they do have non-dairy whip, just not at Starbucks, but like at Dunkin' Donuts, certain ones I have non-dairy whip that you can get as well. But the taste is still good. Like I'm right here enjoying it. It's still lovely. Like it's just a matter of knowing these things. So yeah, you can definitely still have your coffee. As a matter of fact, you can get coffee that is healthy for you. There's healthy coffee. I've tapped into that mushroom coffee. There's different type of coffees too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm writing this stuff down. You can see my little pad over here. D. They talk about my pad, but my pad helps me. Okay. And just hello to everybody coming in. I see you. I
Yes.
see you,
Hello,
babies.
everybody.
I just don't want to interrupt this, but I have my mods down there and they're taking care of business. But yes. So that is so amazing. Because I actually went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day and I had some avocado toast and I had a latte and I had it with almond milk though. The
Mm-hmm.
other day when I went in there. So I'm trying little by little to try to steer myself away to like a more positive. And I think that the route you took, which is helpful, is pescatarian, and then to plant based, I think is a helpful way. I think that's the journey that I'm looking to take because I know for me, I'll slow roll it, or y'all see me 100 pounds heavier from going back and just devouring like half of an hour. So that's that will be me. Yeah, it won't go well for me. To go like cold turkey. Okay, so that's good. So if anybody, if you're in the audience right now, please like if you have questions that you want to ask D, please ask them now because I'm going to actually kind of go in a little bit. Okay, so Asia said, did you get fish? What do you mean, Asia? Or does
Yeah.
she eat fish? Because
Not
okay,
anymore. I did when I was a pescatarian. I did. I ate fish. So being a pescatarian, it was fish, chicken, and turkey, and seafood. Well, seafood, chicken, and turkey. That's what a pescatarian is. So, but that's how I started the journey. But I no longer eat fish now.
beautiful. Yeah, okay, so I see. Yeah, do you eat fish? So yeah, if you weren't here earlier, she did say that she initially started off her journey as a pescatarian and then ended up moving into becoming completely plant-based. No, I did not kick you out of the bed, Joseph, but please don't
He's
interrupt my
so
interview.
funny. He's so
Yeah.
funny.
Um, but okay, so that's great. I'm just looking to see if there are any more questions. I had a question. When the weather changes, he said, do you feel like pains in your body like you were saying?
Oh yes, honey. Let me tell you. So, and that's what I'm experiencing right now. And I'm in Vegas, so this is why I did move to Vegas because it's hot. But I
That's
actually
interesting. Okay.
forgot that I had like pain until we had rain hit us the last week, and it's so funny because I was like, why is my knee hurting? It's hurting so bad, and then all of a sudden, here comes the rain. Yesterday it was cloudy. I was good all week, walking, moving around. It got cloudy, and definitely I could feel it. So the joke at work when we were in the office was, "Let's go ask the weather woman how you feeling," and I would be so accurate.
They use you as a weather.
Yeah, they'd be like, and I'd be like, "How am I feeling? I think it's okay." So, so definitely, yeah, that's a good question, and I really had to remember that because since I am in Vegas and it's hot,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't mean that
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me. When the weather, humidity, and so forth actually affect me. Humidity is really bad. When the humidity is high, that's when it really affects me.
Oh, really? Because I thought that's interesting. I'm glad you shared that. Okay. So and we have like a little random kind of spicy question in the chat. So Asia wants to know if peen is considered meat. So I don't know what's
What
wrong
is
with the people in here. If
is
if peen
what?
if peen is considered meat, can she still have penis? Honey, I
Uh,
don't know what is
hold
wrong
on.
with these people in here. Okay.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody is
Okay.
knocking on
No,
my
no, no,
door.
you're
Hold on.
good. Yeah, yeah, you're good. Look at Asia. Honey, I have to get her out of here. We don't have the time you it wouldn't be Paradise Island, baby, if we didn't have y'all a special. Okay, I'm staying on target. You guys are not gonna put me off of my square. James ran to give it to me. Who's James? Who is James? Oh, Jamel. Oh. Okay. This one. Yeah, I know. Dawn, I don't know why she's like this. Okay. That's our Asia for you, honey. If it wouldn't be Asia if she didn't say something like that, baby. Okay, I'll ask her, boss lady. She did say the natural
Okay, I'm
CMOS
back.
and the CMOS pills. Okay, so we left off with Asia asking about if
The
peen
meat.
is considered meat. We can move past that because you know she's special. You
Well,
know, we know over
well,
here on.
there are plant-based men out there. I will just leave that there.
Let's go. Good answer, D. Good answer. That's that witty Sagittarius brain. Let's go. It's just an amazing comeback, but you don't
And
have
I
to
said
ask
that
because it's.
I don't intake any animal products.
Let's go. D said if it's not a plant-based peen, she don't want it. Okay. Anywho, okay. So, all right. So, boss lady wants to know how do you feel about Seymour's gummies?
They're good. CMOS gummies are good. It's just the gummy part, but it's okay. CMOS gummies are good. Just make sure you're reading the ingredients on those CMOS gummies. The main ingredient in the CMOS gummy should be CMOS. It shouldn't be
Correct.
this, that, and then CMOS is way down at the bottom. That's what
Right.
people need to know when they're reading those ingredients. Those top four ingredients are the most ingredients in that should be in there. So if it's just mostly CMOS gummies, yes, but make sure you're just reading it because a lot of people, you could have 5% CMOS in it and they say, oh, it's a CMOS gummy. What good is that going to do? So just make sure you're reading, the back of those things and making sure. I do, if you are going to do them, I do say Dr. Sebi's CMOS gummies are really good as well. So definitely read. But yes, they work good.
Correct. D Shep, can you make your question a little more specific? Because I don't know what you mean. Like, what would she suggest in terms
Yes.
of like what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
Baby
okay.
shit.
So, let me see. Saying gang, we're having an interview with D baby, but thank you for stopping by, y'all. I'm just trying to see if there's any more questions in the chat. Okay, well, y'all have to ask your own questions. They don't know how to act when we have company.
It's
Okay,
okay.
so I wanna move on since we talked about that, and we're grateful for all of this information. Now, D told her story about her healthcare journey, but we want to talk about an important component of D being on this app because this is an interview about Goddess of Love D. So D, if you look in her name, there is a BYOB up there, and that is Bring Your Own Beats. D, do you want to talk to us a little bit about the collaboration that you're a part of and the great things that you're doing on this app?
Absolutely.
Let's
So the
go.
BYOB is it's actually Bring Your Own Bars. This is on TYT Media. Shout out to Greedy. I know he was live right now, and I know he'll tap in. But uh, shout out to him, Greedy Vegan TYT Media. What happened was I was really pushing my son to do poetry because when we were in the same state, he had a platform, and he hosted poetry. And I've been into poetry like my whole entire life, high school and so forth, writing poetry and different things. So when I got on
Hmm.
this app, I was like I'm like, come on, you need to do something for poetry. Well, him and Chrissy and Greedy, shout out to them three, got together and was like, we're going to do BYOB, Bring Your Own Bars. And I was like, what are you talking about? Or you could come show your talent. You could rap, sing, comedy, anything. You come to the platform. This is done every Saturday. We're on break right now. We're taking a little break right now. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. on Greedy Vegans channel, we have you come showcase your talent, and then we give you a cash prize. We send out a poll. What happens is you come, you perform, and we have a guest judge every week. They pick what the top, at least the top five. Sometimes it's not the top five, depending on how many participants we have. And then it
Hmm.
goes on Greedy Vegans TYT Media's he does a poll, and people go vote for who they felt did the best performance, which is all, they're all good. It's just a little incentive to just help people, and they win that cash prize. We send the cash app to them and they win. And it's something that I'm really involved in. It has took me to many different other platforms. I've tapped back into my poetry, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for, which tapped into my poetry, actually got me into a magazine that is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So everybody can look up I'm a Mom magazine. One of my poems is in her magazine. It's made it to there. BYOB is just something that has expanded to what we call the network, which is a group of people where we work collaboratively. Most of them are, we have the song out, if many haven't heard, where there's 9 kings that came together and did a whole collaboration, a rap song that is just
Really?
beautiful. Yes.
Hey, can you please share it after this live, D? Because
Yeah.
I also wanted to say right after this live, y'all go to my community post because I have done in the past. But D has a nice little song with Looney Melodies. Okay, baby, and I shared
I
it
was
out.
I was
Hmm.
gonna say that's another thing that it hit bro. Shout out to Looney. Man, like
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Looney has good qualities, y'all. Y'all just let's just
Oh,
bear
oh, I
with him.
absolutely
Shout
think
out.
it. You can't talk
He,
about Looney over here, but yeah,
right.
I
That's
love him.
that shout out to him, but he's
Hmm.
part of that. So it's the network, the group of men is Looney, Woke, Aladdin, Greedy, the Son of God, Sir Drop, Chris Cyphers, Drake Hobbs, which just came out. I did an
Hmm.
interview, and we're gonna speak about that. And Dangerous. Woo. It's
Yes.
you guys need to check it out. Like I feel ain't nobody really messing with us right now on that. But yeah, but and also the networks bringing I started the new. This is also an ideal that Looney came up with. So shout out to him. It's BDB, behind the bar. So what I do is bring guests that was on BYOB and interview them and have an interview just about their talent. You know, not it's not really about YouTube and stuff. We go into it, but it just like my first interview was with Drake Hobbs. Shout out to Drake Hobbs. He released his
Hmm.
album last Friday, and it's on all platforms, American Aboriginal. So if you guys want to check that out, but I had my first exclusive interview with him on Wednesday, and we really got to know him. And I think I'm really gonna like that segment of the Love Palace because it's like it was fun, and I get to interview people and see what's behind that talent. So BYOB is just the expansion of a lot of things, which also has DBD radio. You see that on my name as well, DBD
Yes.
radio. Shout out to Dangerous. He has, this is what I want the community to know because they're missing out on good things, and I want to really put this out there. This platform is a radio station on YouTube where you can send him
Hmm.
your music and have it played. He's actually on break right now. We're all revamping right now. And he spends about 2 hours on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, and he'll put your songs into rotation. So if it doesn't matter, we gonna play it good or bad, but we want to let people know that we are creating our own platform where it's not mainstream, but it's YouTube stream. And not only that, but we do advertisements. If you want us to advertise anything, we collaborate with
Good.
DVD Radio, and we put it on BYOB. We put it on my platform. We put it on OG Philly. Shout out to him. Like he's part of the network. So what our network does is we promote everybody. So once we get like, so for instance, Dre Cobbs came out with his release. He sent it to all of us, and when we all went live, we make sure we're promoting it. We continue to push each other like that, and that's what we do. Like even Brenda, I shout you out, and so does Greedy TYT Media because
Oh, thank
we like
you.
we like it over here on the island. And I always say that if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even know half of these great people.
Oh, We
So
love you over here, D. And Don, yes, absolutely. Send them the underground artists.
oh
Absolutely.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what we want. That's the whole purpose. We're gonna show that we don't need when
Look, Cam.
I'm gonna put it in the chat when I'll put the information in the chat for DVD radio, but actually have them come over to BYOB. Like, we work in connection with each other. They could come over there. They can't play their music right now. That's another segment that's coming up. But you do everything a cappella, and then we if you have music, then we're going to always send you the DVD radio, any type of music or songs that you have. We're just trying to make this community something where it's different, and that's what it is. I'm really excited and happy about it.
What was your real question, Joe? Hold on. What? Let me look through because he might be just playing with me. I don't see no question.
He might be messing with you.
Yeah. So let me go back. So D Shep, the question that he had was about like what D Shep, well get your brother-in-law over there with his poetry. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Hmm.
TYT me. I'm about to drop it in a minute. Go ahead and ask your
Okay,
question, and I'm gonna
thank
get
you.
Greedy's channel.
So D Chef, she is plant based now. I think you came in a little after that. So that is the dietary plan that she's on now. And she also stated to us that garlic, CMOS, ginger, turmeric, um, are some of the things now that she has taken that she's seen noticeable changes in her life. So she did state that earlier in the live. And feel free to, red ball it back if you guys want to hear some of the things that she said. But oh, okay, so he asked if she does do any time of free farming. And if so, what would she suggest growing? There's a
Well,
lot there though.
yeah. So I'm actually gonna start. This is so funny because I'm telling you, that guy Looney, he's a good guy. He is
Hmm.
actually into farming. So he was like, you know what, you should just get some, try to grow a tomato on your back patio. And I'm like, huh? So I'm gonna try that. And then my son also told me about mushrooms. He was like, Mom, he sent me this YouTube video and he was like, you could grow mushrooms in your house. And I'm like, what the heck is, and I went and looked at the video and you can really do these things. So I'm really want to get involved in that. I'm actually in an apartment right now. If I had a house, I probably have a garden, but that's a whole nother subject because my ultimate goal is to have land and have a greenhouse and a garden and all that. But I haven't got too deep into it, but I am involved with people that are really into gardening.
Okay, perfect. All right, Joseph. Hey, Gas Man. Hey, everybody. I'm not saying hello individually because I want to pay attention to the panel. So, D, thank you. You guys heard that D, like I go over there, I have a membership, okay? So, y'all, she's gonna drop her link in the chat, so that you guys can go over there and sub to Talk Your Talk Media. Y'all can be there for bring your own bars, and they really have some great, amazing talent over there. The times that I've been over there, like I just love it. It's such a vibe. It really is. Because y'all know music is the soundtrack to my life, baby. Okay? I
Let's
love
go.
everything. I love
That's
everything
my
about
love
music.
language,
And
Brenda.
so
That's
does
my love
D.
language.
Me and you, baby. Honey. And over there, D, when you go to my Instagram, like little reels, it's probably half music, right, D? If you click on it,
Hmm.
ain't nothing but song after song that I'm playing. So I appreciate that because I think it just, if you're having a bad day, it's something about music that can just revive you. And what is Don saying? Can you grow mushrooms anywhere? Is a fact. Why are you asking that, Don?
Yeah, he says you can grow mushrooms anywhere.
Oh,
He's
okay.
making
Oh,
a
okay.
statement. Yeah, you
Okay. I
good.
didn't know if he was bringing drugs into the chat because sometimes he brings. Okay, I'm growing a lot of stuff, and they got mushroom kits. Oh, at the Home Depot. Good for you,
Yes,
Joe.
no, you're right, Joe. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm really tapping into so many different things. Like, this journey takes you so much different places. So yes, that's why we need to just have these type of conversations so we can collaborate with
Yeah.
each other. But yes, you're right.
And F, don't eat those mushrooms. You please probably just pick them out of there. You don't know where they came from. If you didn't grow them, just don't eat them. Okay, so there's that. My friend's a little crazy. Okay, just let me work around her. Yes, you do have talent, Cameron. So he said he's growing basil, ginger, lemons, microgreens, watermelon, and cucumber.
Oh, watermelon. Let me tell you something. This fruit fast that I just did,
Mm-hmm.
watermelon was the best. And so there's this guy that my son, he's a YouTuber too. He's very popular. Yaki. He is very, if y'all want to get to know, go and tap into Yaki, Yaki Awaken. He really breaks down. He is not a doctor, but he's steady. He has a whole body diagram. He's going to help you. He's helping people cure their illnesses. He was in a bad accident, I believe it was. I don't want to lie, but there's a big story that he had where he helped himself. So watermelon
Beautiful.
is such a one man. When I was on that the fruit fast, seeded true watermelon. Let's talk about that too. Seeded, make sure those black
Correct.
seeds in there because they, unfortunately, people they make fake watermelon. So if it
Right.
doesn't have the black seeds in it, it's not real. I know it might taste good, but it's not real. But seeded
Please
watermelon
don't. Right.
is very good, and it is your water intake, and it satisfied that sweet taste that I wanted. So yeah,
Okay,
definitely
Miss
water.
Whitty, I definitely will because I think I've heard of that, but now I will because watermelon is by
Oh
far my
yes.
favorite fruit. So she said squeeze a little lemon on it. So I'll
Yes,
definitely
yes.
try
It
it.
is so good. It's so, and then my son said that he juiced the watermelon and he thought he was drinking Kool-Aid. He was like, when we have parties, he's just
It's
gonna
so
juice two
good.
big old
Yeah.
watermelon. And I'm like, yeah. So definitely, yes. Watermelon is a very, very good watermelon. Just it's so funny, people. Just be careful on even through this journey of being plant based, things are not real. There's a lot of fake things going
Right.
on. So that's what I'm saying. I'm still going on this journey. Like I'm plant based and was really into a lot of plant based products. And then I hear, oh, there's a recall on this. One of my burgers that I liked got a recall. And I'm like, you know what?
Hmm.
Forget it. I'm really gonna really start making things on my own. And YouTube is a good source. There's a lot of,
Right.
I learned a lot of recipes, a lot of different things, and all you got to do is search, put it in there, and it's gonna tell you what you can do to make to get that taste.
Yep. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, D Chef. Yeah, watermelon was key. Yeah, honey, hands down is one of my favorite foods. I'll get honey in season and out. I'm ignorant with it. I don't care if it's in the store and it got seeds in it, I'm getting it, okay? So I
Hmm.
take my chances because sometimes it be good.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's see. Is watermelon has multiple, yep, health advantages. Okay, I'm just looking to see if anybody has any more questions because one of my questions in wrapping up to ask D is D. So I know that you're doing you said behind the bar, right? You're
Behind
doing the
the
bar.
bar. Uh-huh.
Okay. So you're
Not
doing
like
that
no, and
series,
no behind the bar. Not like it's not spelled like that. And I'm
jail.
not taking. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because people be, it's behind, and it's not like behind the bar. The people that's on you, the guy that's on YouTube. No disrespect. It's not. It's behind, and then DA, and then BARZ bars. So it's basically getting to know the artist that's behind. So I'm really getting to know people that have the poetry. We had a lot. We were on. Let's see, our season finale was a couple of weeks ago. Season we were on episode 20. So I have a lot of interviews of people that I can interview, and they all are willing to do it. So I'm excited about that part of it as well. Like I said, shout out to Looney. It was his idea, and he was like, "You should do this," and I was like, "Wow." And I told Greedy and them about it, and they were like, in Aladdin and Chrissy, and they was like, "That's dope!" Like they were so happy. So, and then it also gets people to see a different side of people.
Right.
And so, yeah.
That's amazing. So outside of that, what does D see for her page? Like what direction do you see your page going or what are some of like the things and you don't have to like give us all the source, but like where would you like to see your page go?
Well, I definitely want to promote self love. That's my number
Mm,
one thing, and mental health because
yes.
it's an issue. Because and breaking generational curses. That's my number one thing as well. Because you have to find this self love within yourself in order to move on. Because when you get in dark places, you only have yourself. You might have people, you have your family that love you, but when you really by yourself, you be by yourself. So definitely promote that and unity. I'm trying to find people that want to be part of this community where we can grow all the way around, where we could get our own land. We're teaching our own children. We're healing each other. I want to create a community and show that YouTube is just not about all the arguing and fussing and fighting. There is some good
Yes.
things. And I believe that there's people from all sectors that can resonate with this. You know what I'm saying? We don't really get involved in all that. You know how we are. We just
Yes.
understand. And I listen to a lot of people. I do more venturing out than they do. I think I'm the person that ventures out the more, but that's because I'm seeing what's out there, and I tune into a lot of people. I might not pop down and say hi, but I tune into a lot of
Oh, I
people
know. Because
just
you tell me, Brenda, I see you be running through those shacks with high heels on. I'll be like, oop, oop, I'm sorry. Oh.
but definitely want to create that at the Love Palace and help other
Yes.
content creators to have a positive tone. And if people like yourself, Brendan, being monetized, be able to, hey, YouTube, if you want to pay Brendan, let's pay her and let's put this information. I thank you, YouTube. Now we're going to use this to put this
Right.
information out that is going to be helpful for everybody to have. So that's my main
Beautiful.
goal, to create this community. And through the community, we know there's going to be trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? We realize
Hmm.
that, but we're not going to take it out on here. That's what I like about my BYOB team and the network. We do things. We never display anything. If we're going to talk about it, we treat each other like family, and we talk about it
Yes.
and move on. And remember that our ultimate goal is to save our children in the future and ourselves. So that's
I love that, D.
yeah.
And I love so much. Hey, CJ, I love so much what you guys, I always tell you, I love so much what you're doing. Excuse me, over there. I think it's amazing. So when we're gonna close up, and I'm gonna let you go because this has been an amazing interview, and I got notes everywhere, honey. Um, so my last question, I'm gonna give a question. We're gonna give us a knockout about D before we leave. D, if I gave you $10,000 today, and I said, get into the car. We're going to take you to whatever store you want to go to spend this money. What store would Dee be telling people to tell the driver to take her to?
Oh my God, Brenda, we're shopaholics.
Yes, we are. That's why I was like, I gave you one. We're going to see where Dee's brain is going to go. Because, honey, I know we can go to a million stores with that 10,000. But we say we're going to drop you off at one place. Where can we take you, Dee?
Oh, 10,000. Oh my. Okay, so let me think of something that has everything.
Okay. Get it.
That
So
has
your mind is
everything.
like, I
So
want to
okay,
go
so
to 10 places. Hey,
I know I can't.
everybody.
It's just one place. So I think I probably would go to like Macy's, because that's gonna cover household clothes. I could get everything. You know what I'm saying? It's perfume.
Right.
I could get so it would be a store like that that has everything in it. So then I'm good. I'm covered. So something like a
Okay.
Macy's, because I could get at Macy's. You people focus
But
more
that's
on
not a
clothes and
bad
clothes,
that's
but you
not a
could
bad
get,
pick.
yeah, you could get your pots, pans, you could get everything from Macy's. People just don't go in those departments, but I do.
That actually is a good, you know what, Z? That is a really good pick because you literally can get everything. And they
Hmm.
get clothes, you can, yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, Z. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. Hold on, let me just show you her name again, Goddess of D Love, for coming and sharing your journey with rheumatoid arthritis, just sharing with us the Love Palace and what you're doing over there with Talk Your Talk Media and BYOB. We are excited and so grateful that you came. Make sure that you hit the link and that you subbed. I think almost everybody subbed to Dee's page. Can you drop the link just one more time before we close out of here?
Yes. And thanks
Oh,
again, Brenda. I appreciate you. I would
you're very welcome.
love to come back once I'm going through this other part of my journey. Like I said, I'm going to
Yes.
a more healthier side. So definitely. And I don't know, I'm going to see if Aladdin, since I'm going to be out there for a while, I think we should do like a live when we're cooking. So I'm going to see.
Oh my God, Z, I didn't want to push my boundaries and ask
Yeah.
that. But can
Because
you please? I would love that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there for some time, so I think we definitely, because
Thank you,
he's a good
Giselle.
cook, I'm a good cook, and I want
Hmm.
y'all just to see
I
and,
do.
and definitely, yeah. So I don't think you'll have a problem with that. He's pretty good about that. So I
Yay!
think we'll be able to do that. His grandparents are trying to get into it, so they want us to come over and start
Beautiful.
cooking and do stuff. So we might do it over there because they have a nice kitchen and everybody. So
Oh,
say,
great.
Mom,
Oh, I'm so
we're gonna
excited.
go by, yeah,
Okay,
because
that makes me excited.
she makes. So the family recipe, I still call her my mother-in-law because I still love her. She makes the best homemade peach cobbler, right?
Uh-huh.
So our goal is for my son to get the recipe and we're gonna make it vegan style, which is not gonna have it's not gonna we already figured out what we need, but we're just gonna show her how it's possible to still make her wonderful dessert, but it's vegan. But we like I'm telling you, you can I eat so let me just say this.
Okay.
When we have Thanksgiving, I can make my greens, black eyed peas, whatever, everything, sweet potatoes. I made sweet potato pies for the family that were vegan. I know how to do a lot of, so I can make a whole soul food meal that's vegan, and you'll be like, "What?" You wouldn't even know. So definitely.
Oh, I love that. See, I actually would love that. I think that I would really love, even though I love turkey, y'all, I cannot lie. I would love to see what it's like to have a vegan, like soul food, like a Thanksgiving. I would live for that.
Oh yeah, I do. Like I'm sure my son's gonna have me do a whole soul food. That's why I say with me spending some time out there, definitely I think we're gonna. But I've done a whole soul food macaroni and cheese, Brenda. He makes the
Oh
best
my God,
macaroni and cheese.
yes, that's what I need that. Because if you sell me, I think that would be the way to get me right on in the door, right? If I
Hmm.
can be sold on a baked mac and cheese, because it is my, like, that's my problem right there. I love me a good baked macaroni and cheese.
I'm telling
Now, if
you,
I can, ooh, CZ, all
he's
right,
so.
this is,
Hey, Blue came. Oh, that's
yeah,
so nice.
he
Hi,
was on the
Blue.
panel with me the other day, chilling. We had a
What?
good time.
Hey,
Yeah.
Blue.
And I went over
Hey.
there with him. I love him. He has a good mind. So I really,
Oh man,
ooh,
yeah, he
thank
do
y'all.
not. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something about Blue real quick.
Hmm.
Blue came to my defense early in the YouTube months, and I just heard him up there rapping and raving, and he was going off, and I didn't even know that he was talking about me. He probably didn't even know that I was listening. But he do not play. He when something is right, and as far as respect for the women, he really had my back. So shout out to Blue. I appreciate him
Beautiful.
for that. It's yeah. There's so many things that we could talk about, Brenda. You know, we could go on and on,
I know.
but I am gonna have a whole. I'm gonna go live about rheumatoid and really break it down, like what it does,
Please.
and just watch my post as well because I've been posting every day about different things so people could be
Okay.
aware of it. But shout out
That
to everybody that came out. I appreciate
yes,
it.
thank you. And I see everybody still coming in. So executive sessions. Hey y'all. Miss
So,
Renee again
oh,
didn't get
my
a
sister,
chance.
that's my sis right
Yeah.
there.
Hey, everybody. Please make sure if you
Miss
didn't get a
Renee.
chance to listen. Yes, this Renee is my booski. Everybody, Jody Shep, and Boss Lady. Hey, everybody. I love y'all so much. King is in the building. Juice Box. I'm sorry I didn't
Hey,
get a
Juice
chance to
Box.
individually
Yeah,
say
we get to
hello to
talking.
everybody, but I was just trying to give Goddess of Love D her full time to be able to break down. And this has been an amazing interview. D, I am forever grateful to you for this information because I really am trying to change. Like I'm trying to make this a lifestyle because I want to feel good when I wake up in the morning and I want my quality of life to be different. And I feel like the way that you eat says a lot about how you feel about yourself. And so I want to change that relationship I have between food and myself. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Hey Yana.
Hey, Anna. Yeah, Brenda, you're right because what people need to realize, we spend a lot of time thinking about our mental health, but food
No
has a
doubt.
lot to do with mental health too. People don't realize that what we're
Yes,
putting in our body
absolutely.
affects our mental health as well. So definitely, I'm here to help anybody through that journey because I'm still going through the journey. I'm saying I'm here to. I know let me just go ahead and say this. Because, when it hits me, I got to say it, Brenda.
Let's go.
I know what my purpose is, and my son is part of this purpose because we've been told this is to help people heal mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
so once I took that purpose on, once I accepted my purpose, oh, Drake Hobbs, hey, sorry. once
No,
I
you're
took
good.
once I lived in my purpose, so people, when find out what your purpose is, and you take
Yes.
ownership of that, when I tell you, and it sounds cliche, that what you manifest happens, it happens. Things have been happening
Hmm.
so fast for me that it's sort of hard to keep up, but I keep on going. I'm like, okay, this was going on now. This was going. So if you have a purpose and you find out what your purpose, live in your purpose and watch how
Yes.
it is going to move. Because once I took that journey and I had two people on this app tell me what my purpose was. Shout out to So Ama and Blended Healing. And
Hmm.
Blended Healing, by the time I got to Blended Healing, she was like, I don't even know why you playing.
Right. She don't.
She was
You
just
know,
so
she
real.
got that
Yeah.
New York came out of her, baby.
Like, so stop playing and do what you got to do. And I accept. And so Amma brought it out of me. We had a long live where she was like, this is what your purpose is and what my ancestors are speaking to me and so forth.
Yes.
I once I took that on, my life has been so happy, and people have noticed like you're just happy,
I love
and I am.
that for you. I love that, D. I love to hear that. You know, I love coming over to your platform. So I'm gonna need you. You know, I'll be trying to poke you a little bit. Don't go live because your topics be
I know.
popping.
I'm about to. I know. We'll see what happens this week. Like I said, I'm getting ready to travel, but I'm gonna be out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm taking my laptop, and I'm gonna be
Let's go.
like, oh,
Yeah.
let's go. So yeah, I know I have at the end of the month. Uh, Dangerous will be coming for his interview. But I'm gonna try to get some lives in. I think, Brenda, I want you to come so we could do the emotional intelligence.
Oh
I
my
think we
God.
need
Did
to.
you see my post today?
Yep.
If Miss T gave me a shout out, I feel like Mama, I made it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she
Oh,
hit
Miss.
me.
Yeah, she's amazing. But
Yeah, she
yeah,
is.
and uh, how about etiquettes? YouTube
Oh
etiquettes.
my
I want
God.
to talk about that
Oh
too.
Lord
I thought you
Jesus.
would be good for that because me and you have
Whew,
pet peeves. It's so funny we have the same pet peeves because I could
we
go
sure
live and
do.
if you don't say hi to me, I'm like, excuse me. Like, I don't know. My pet
They,
peeve is when people come
yeah,
into your chat and go drop the link. They don't say hi.
yeah. Or like the Joes of YouTube who will come, won't hit the chat, come right up to the panel because he's very, I don't want to say he's ignorant during your live, but he's a little ignorant. But we love him. We love Joe.
Yeah, I
So
like
let
it.
me.
Joe don't mean no. He's really a cool
No, he
guy. I
doesn't.
didn't
We
watch
love
them and
Joe.
listen to him. So Joe, yeah. Shout out to Joe. He
Yeah,
make it entertainment. And I did,
he sure
Joe.
does.
I seen that live. I seen that live you did, but we're not gonna talk about
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah,
gonna go
it
into
is.
my Brenda voice like we're not gonna talk about that. We'll just
Yeah, we're going to table that for now because Joe is, yeah. Thank you, Disha. So I'm going to end it here so that we are politically correct at the end of this because you know how we go off on tangents
yeah,
over here on the island. And thanks again to Goddess of Love D. Thank everybody who signed up and who's going to go over there and just connect and network with her and the BYOB family and just the love palette. I appreciate you all. Please make sure y'all hit the link. No, John, no, Joe, no more questions. Just no more. Hey, Rolo. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it here again. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and thank you for stopping by Paradise Island, baby. Where you know anything can happen.
peace and love.
Goodbye. Bye bye.